Hello, welcome to back to the OBS void. I'll close my text file because I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna open that up so I can show you what's going on. I even got one as far as like closing the freaking. Oh, that's you. Closing the text file. That's new. That's definitely you. Let's see where I put it. So, oh my God. So last time we did a bunch of work where we actually got this all working just fine. That's good and all. While between then and now, why does I move the ability system component off of the character? I moved to the player state. It's one of those things where it's like it's a pure Martin Fowler style refactor. It's like everything works the same, only it's different. So if I go into here, all the stuff works. The only kind of changes we have, excuse me, is that once it loads, I'll show you. One day it will load and we'll be able to show you things. This has been open for like, maybe I should restart this. It's been open for a while actually. I'll restart this. So instead of using this ability system component here, I'm using the get ability system component function that comes with the ability system component interface as part of gas. The reason I did that is this doesn't work anymore. And why that is that is no longer on the C++ version of this class. But to like get rid of this in the blueprint, you have to essentially like restart. I think I will eventually, but not until I like get some of this stuff kind of like sorted out, like put this stuff in some. I want to refactor it to a lot of this stuff, like for example, are you woozy stuff is in like its own, or even here I say move to C++, and then I'll do the restart of everything in a way where we can get rid of this. But it doesn't hurt to have it here. It works fine as long as I don't try and like actually use it, and I use the get system component function instead. Everything works the same. So if I push the button, you're gonna. Oh yeah, I did say it's fucking slow because it's been open for like a day and a half. I'm not smart, man. Okay, here we go. Oh no, it's just been open too long. It's been open too long. It's been open forever. Let's close this down and restart it. Yeah, force quit. I don't give a shit. Alright. While we're waiting for that to reload. So it was just a small refactor. The idea is that in the future, because if it's on the character, whenever the character gets despawned, you lose all the attributes and stuff. So what will happen is that in a game like, let's take, for example, a recent game that is Unreal, which is Marvel Rivals. If you disconnect and reconnect into the game, when you reconnect, it doesn't go, oh, you had this much health when you disconnected. It just like respawns you, like you just showed up. And that means that all their stuff is on the character. So when the character goes away, all the health and special powers and stuff go away. And then when you log back in, you log back in, and then you get like your full health and your full powers back again. They probably have something on the player state that says, oh yeah, if we'll give you a penalty for doing that. You can't, right? So you can't like disconnect and reconnect to refresh anything. It's that game. It doesn't really matter because you want to be at the front. So being respawned at the back doesn't help you any. But in our case, if somebody disconnects from a mystery and a murder, you want them to like. It's not as like momentum based, right? So you don't want them to disconnect and reconnect to stop them from to reset their like bathroom break or their need to kill again if they're a murderer. So I'm moving that to the player state so it will persist whether the character is there or not. And when they reconnect, they will have the same player state. Because there is programming you can do to say, okay, if this player logs in, assign them this player state. So that's what I did there. And in theory, there should be no difference. And I said last time that we're going to get a clue from spawn once, but you can only get a clue more than once if the clue spawners have the same clue. You can't do that. You only get a clue from clue spawn once, but you can get a clue more than once if the clue spawners give the same clue. And the idea behind that was like, if because the kind of gameplay loop of match is that there's a murderer who has to kill several times. So you do want to get the fact that this murder we found a blue cloth fiber, and this murder we also found a blue cloth fiber. So we have this mounting evidence that the person has a blue shirt. It's not just that somebody around there did something. But I thought about it. So because tags, you just throw a tag onto a character, right? So we've thrown the fact that there's a red hair found somewhere, and you throw the fact that we found a clue at a kitchen. Was it the red hair? I don't know. And then we find the fact that we found something in the basement, and then we throw the fact that we found blue pants in the basement. But like, did we find blue pants in the basement, or did we find red hair at the basement? Is it the same murder? I don't know. Essentially, a particular clue is a piece of structured data, not just a single tag. We could try doing crazy stuff where it's like, you know, clue dot, let's say basement dot pants dot blue, oops, Lance. I don't know who Lance is. Bass? I don't know. Pants dot blue, clue dot basement dot pants dot red, and then we have to make like a combination for every single possible combination. So then you end up having clue dot kitchen, and I guess we could do it this way, but it doesn't seem to make any sense, especially when you start getting stuff like clue dot here we go. Is it gonna oh no, there's two of them. Okay, I'm gonna close one of them. No, it's gonna right. Okay, just one. Thank you. Then you start getting into this weird situation where it's like, okay, clue dot kitchen dot eyewitness dot player underscore two, which would be I was in the kitchen and I witnessed. You get that as a clue. It's like I personally saw player 2 knife player 1. I have to make gameplay tags for all of these possibilities. Sounds really bad. And kind of like interpreting those at real time so that players can use them to, in their kind of like when you go to accuse somebody, you have to point out what evidence you have to accuse them. Having this as like parsing this out for their use is going to be a pain in the ass. Or we can have structured data. So we should use normal data structs to convey this info. So how are we going to do that? And that's why we have the title of today's stream, which is no gas. We are going to do this old school. And it's great because after all this time, I've reached an area where I kind of did some of this before, and it really hasn't changed since like UE 3. What the heck? Wait, hold on. What version of Unreal Engine was Unreal Tournament? Was it 2001? 2001? No. Unreal Tournament 2002. That's a version, isn't it? Oh, here it is. Oh, I haven't been here for a while. Oh, this is a fantastic website. I wonder what happens if I click on Snap. No. I can't even read this. That's great. All right. How about here? Let's check this one. Release genres 2002. What was the sequel? I forget. (2003). I was only off by 1 year. I had to go one more. Does it say what engine? Does it say what engine? 2. So that's the last time I did this stuff, and the replication is almost the same. Anything that's different, I would argue, is easier now. So I'm kind of happy to be in this realm now, even though it confuses a lot of people. So I'll show you what I did in between, off stream, to get this going. Let's see. So there's the state that I made. Ignore that. Actually, no, don't ignore that. That's where I put it. I'm going to open that up. So I'm just going to show you. This is where I moved that ability system component to, and then all that guest character does is that it kind of has a weak pointer to that one, so you can go, oh, that's the one from over there. That's not what we're talking about now. We're going to talk about structs. So I've got a struct here. This is a C++ struct, and it's got a real struct header on it that lets you use it into blueprints. And I've made, since it has an Unreal struct header, we're going to have to put a generate body on it, and then we're going to put some stuff in here. I'll bet I need to do. So I've got a property where I have a gameplay tag of what kind of evidence this is. So this is something I'm okay with doing gameplay tags for. So we can have clues and what kinds of clues, and it'll be like an action, left this, there's a damage, motive, that kind of thing. And we're going to actually put down. There's one thing I realized I missed, which was view property. Actually, I'll think about this later. I'm just going to show you this first. So then we have a map location. So I'm going to have tags for a particular in the map. I think we'll see about that. It might be just a string. And this one is string about. So we're going to have strings for the player names because we don't know who will be in there. So we're going to add some more stuff into here, and then I'm going to show you it showing up in Unreal Engine. But embarrassingly, right at the start of the stream, I already have to pee. So I'll All right. It's better than me dancing the entire time on explaining stuff. So, so as a struct, you don't need to put like public, protected, private. It's simpler. It doesn't have all that stuff. You can't inherit. It's just a structure of data. So in the end, we kind of have to have pretty much everything we need in here, and I'm okay with that. So let's start with adding some stuff. So we're going to go over here, about player, and I'm going to put and then we're going to make another one. About player 2. So we're going to have a player on about player 2. So like I said, you can witness somebody doing something to somebody else. Actually, you know what's a good way to do it? Instead of that, let's make it a little more. From player. This makes more sense, eh? To player. So we can have action being done from a player to a player. And if it's bloodstain, then it's just like, actually let's go F string. I'm trying to figure out a good name. My player? No. String. No. One of these buttons is stuck. There you go. Let's call this the main player. I think it's the best way because the main player is involved, and maybe somebody did something. Maybe did it to somebody, like attack somebody, and maybe it just something like that player had blood on there. Sure. So next thing I'm going to do is up here, we're going to add another one, U property. So this is supposed to do, I haven't tested this, by the way. We're going to find that out together. But apparently if I do this, I should be able, it'll filter down to that gameplay tag in Blueprints in the editor. So if I make a bunch of tags that start with clues.kinds, then I will be able to just, when you go and choose what this tag is, when you go to do like, there's going to be like a make this struct function as part of like this generated body stuff in the header. It will only show tags like this. And then clues dot. Oh, that's and so the any fact of the aka until like 3 days later. So we see that if the kind is a piece of forensic that was dropped, then it might be that it's a blue fiber that was dropped. I'm gonna actually do this because I wanna put a little bit of detail about what we're thinking of doing here. So, for example, let's say we've got damage type as one kind equals damage type. And I'm going to actually more examples because these will all kind of depend on the thing. So having more examples equals better. So you could have this, dot damage x dot. Yeah, damage is a good one. Well, I mean, this is all change, right? Damage dot poison. Maybe they're poisoned. So that's you'll see. I was poisoned. And probably the most wacky one would be something like this. Facts dot or maybe facts dot this should show up a lot if you're lucky. Let's call this so when you go and set a trap, there'll be a burst of the clue. So remember we made this thing. Oops, up here. No. So it's still garbage. I don't know. Game. We have the R where you put it into the world, and if you get close enough to see it, which is another thing I haven't done yet, but we'll get to it, then it will give you a clue. But one of the things I do want to do is I want to have it so when you do an action, you create one of these just long enough that somebody who would have seen you do it gets the clue. And then that's it. That's all. It goes away. Maybe that'll just be like, something that's dropped and dies right away. We'll see. So that's something that can happen. You can get an eyewitness account where you witness something yourself. So we've got the map location, which is going to be where it happens, and I haven't figured that one out. I might be able to pull something off with in a map. You set like areas for the AI to know where to go if you're doing a game with bots and stuff. Maybe I can look into that. For now, I'm just gonna like ignore it, and then people have to tell people where they saw stuff. And then there's our thing where it's like, okay, kind, and then main. So if we say bloodstain on player 2, this will be set to player 2. If we see player 2 attack player 3, then this will be player 2, and this will be set to player 3. If the that's actually, what a good way to do this is acting player and what's not receiving player? Is that what's another? Let's you can tell I'm a program because the naming of shit is important to me enough that I'm opening thesaurus.com to look up like start typing anywhere phrase. Receiving? No, I can't spell receiving. Collecting, earning, gathering, getting. Why don't I click on oh jeez. Taking. I want to take. It's imposed upon you. How about that? Imposed upon you. Foisted player. I'm gonna just call this Vic, even though, yeah, I don't think that's the right word for it. Why don't I go look this up? See, this is how you program. You find the right word. Oh, dupe. No, suffer and suffer. I'm gonna call it victim because that's a better thing. So acting player, victim player. Here, E, G, and witness. Extra S. Attack. Alright, so there it is. So every one of these, even these two here, even though I don't have any like tags that I'm trying to filter out, you put U property on them, and that should make them replicated by default. So these properties will be replicated. So if we go down to here, I have already added as a public a T array of the evidence struct called collected evidence. T array is a type array. I know part of the reason people hate C++ is like, oh, I remember when I went to school and I had to like blah 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 blah. So a lot of stuff in Unreal Engine has like helper on it. I know a lot of people way back in the day, me included, because I tried it. I moved to Unity originally because the backing language was C#, which had a lot of that nice sugar on it, where you didn't have to do things like redim a whole array and do the copy. You just do .add, that kind of thing. This T array, you do .add, it works fine. Just like those kind of like fancy C# enumerables and lists, etc. So if you're kind of like in that world, you know, doing C# Unity, and you're like, oh, I don't want to learn C++ and all that. A lot of the stuff that makes C# nice to use on top of C++, Unreal Engine has helpers in there to make them equivalent. I haven't found anything in here. I admit I do know C++ reasonably well, but also I don't really see anything in here that I'd be like, oh yeah, that's really hard to do. I mean, if you're a C# guy, you're like, what's this? And it's like, oh, it's by ref. It's a pointer. You should know pointers by now, honestly. If you're doing games, come on, guys, come on. Anyways, so we've got that there. So let's hop into here and see if I've broken it by pushing the button. Button's very slow. I might. No, it's not. It's not slow. I'm slow. I'm fast. I'm just extra expensive. I expect a lot out of this Unreal Editor, which I'm sure is kind of unfair to it. So let's just get this guy loaded. Let's see if it can help. Usually I find the longer this goes, the better it is, because I'll find those kind of like stupid errors I've done soon. It'll just kick right out. So I have confidence that we've done good here. Well, that's going. So what will happen is in Blueprints, we'll be able to create these. Though in the end, I do want to, if you look in our list of much later, we do want to get a list of clues from the character and choose one randomly. I'll do that. And it's probably going to be another struct anyways, so whoop. Let's see, what does that make? Let me go look at. I've probably done it bad. Let's see. Fact. Time. I did stop that one, right? Right? Do I have so many of those? I don't think I should care if I have so many of those. Application, fact, kind, type specifier is required for all decks. Ooh. I don't usually expect the problem being like, you know, the generated body part. CPP. Oh, value. The CPP stuff should be. I have a feeling it's just because of. Yeah, because it doesn't. I didn't compile properly, so it's saying, oh, this part is causing this stuff. It's all stuff that, like, you know, touches that. And it's the same thing here. Let's take a look. They've got this. They've got our fact. I'm going to do a. Remember I said I didn't test these yet? Let's just make sure it's not that. Because that's not important to do right now. I don't have any of those there. So that should be it. So that's going to be a super. Did you see that? Did I do that? Oh, I did that. All right. All right. Okay, let's clear this and start again and see if we can get it compiled. I am happy that we got all the way to the end. That means something. That's a wacky. It's definitely a wackier error, not me being a complete stupid. I'm just gonna close that now that I picked it. Unreal Engine 2. Oh my god. It's good though. It's good. We're good. We're good. We're good. This isn't good. Alright. So with those, I'm good with that. I don't need those. Alright, so we've got that. And then so we should be able to hop into here. Now I'll show you our the other thing I secretly did off stream during the week, which is to get this far. Once this thing loads, there we go. Recompile. You want to hit this if you do change the other thing. If I played with getting that stuff out of there, and as you can see, it totally just appears here. So let's that V. Let's do something. Let's do this. Let's collect the evidence. I'm going to add. And what are we going to add? We're going to add an evidence. So if you go over here, you should be able to make an evidence. I've been assured I can make an evidence out here. So let's see. this. Hold on. Before I do this, for each. I'm just going to print them all. Oh, sorry. Loop body. String. Nope. I'm going to append. Did this? No. Loop body, I need to string. Actually, if you do concat, it usually goes, oh, you mean append. Oh, stop putting that 8 in there. There you go. Array element is this thing, and I should be able to search break space fb. Interesting. Let's delete this right now. Compile. Save. So internet says that I get hide unconnected pins. No. Show pin for properties. Please. All right. Let's see if we've done something wacky. Unreal Engine use struct make make blueprint. We did this, right? From 2015. That doesn't help me. I mean, it does help me a little bit, but also it doesn't help me. That doesn't make sense, but I'll click on it anyway. Excuse me. Oh, that's a great. All right. Oh, do I need to do that? Let's find out. Hey, I just need to remember how to. Oh. All right, that's not working. All right. Let's see. Updated 5 years ago. Let's see. That looks like what I got, right? Blueprint type, generated body, you print blueprint read write, blueprint read. Oh, do I have to put that on there? All right, I'm okay with that. Let's try it. It would 100% make sense that I have to. When I make my new keyboard, I will have a little bit less problems with this. And does these recommend anything else? Category? I don't care about the category. All right. Categories. Tier array. That's fine. I'm good with that. Let's see if we can get that to go. Compile that. I guess I shouldn't run it though. Go. That of course made perfect sense. I just hadn't done it because I was doing the bare minimum to get it to compile. And big show up in the blueprints editor. But this is definitely where we need to be for this. Compile. You can do it. Nice. All right. Let's reopen that and see if we magically have those things on there. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's the let's get rid of that for now. Player state as guest. Player state. We can get collected evidence. Player type evidence. Ooh. And then we are going to, for each of these, we're going to add, make, yeah, there we go. It's going to be, what kind is it going to be? It's going to be a clue. It's going to be a clues. Hold on, clues. No. Wait. Here. Add subtype. That's going to be kind. That's not what I actually wanted to do, but whatever. Clues.kind. What? Dropped. We'll call it dropped. I think that's a good thing, and we'll also say it's dropped hair. And this time it doesn't select it by default. Alright, clues, kind, dropped hair. No, that's wrong. Dropped. And then we have to delete hair. Hold on. Sorry, I've forgotten how. I forgot what I wrote in that thing that you watched me write. Clues, kind, dropped. Delete this guy. And then while we're here, we're going to go clues, subtag, and then this will be facts. Dot hair. we'll start with that. And then kinds. Somehow I have lost the other one. Kind is excuse me, let me get wake up T. Kind, and we're going to call this dropped. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right. Now that I have stopped dying. All right, so I've got the kind of is dropped, and we're going to say that the clue is a fact hair, black hair. Is that? Are we going to add anything else? No. Oh, I guess the map location. We don't have any map locations. It doesn't seem to care. I'm going to add that to here. So add. And then after that, we're going to for each an array, which is the same array. And then we're going to get nope. String append, string. Append. Oh, of course, because it's not executable. All right. And then the array element is going to be a break evidence. We have a break evidence. Yep. There we go. Now it's all kind of like coming together. Break evidence, and it's going to be kind equals this. So this gameplay tag is not good. To string tag to string. I've done this before. Why can't I do it now? Ha ha ha, I gotcha. Alright, and then we're going to say the fact. I'm going to say fact equals, and then same thing here. Get debug string from gameplay tag. orange, dark orange is brown. All right. And we're going to keep it up there for a reasonable amount of time because we're going to talk about it. Compile. Save. Go. Did I miss? I think that go. This week. Yay. I have to reboot after this. Oh no. Seriously. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reboot because like I said, I had this like open for like 4 days. I'm sure it hasn't done me any favors. I'll be right back. Yeah, first of it. I don't want to double click it again. Aha! Things are loading. No opposition to the Genius switch. Alright. So, as you can tell, once you have all kind of really all you have to say some blueprints to everything. Not like this better. And it just appears and works, which is frighteningly convenient. So if you're scared of like, how do I get this into blueprints if I'm doing C++, which is another reason people are like, I don't want to do C++ because I usually do stuff in blueprints. Actually getting it from C++ into blueprints is actually super easy. You just put blueprint something, depending on the header. And most of the headers, I would think that unless you're doing like I did with that struct, where they have a different set of things you can put in there, are going to be the same ones for like U property. You're going to do U property all the time. Oh, great. 35%. It looks 35%. That's where it stops forever. I suppose I should get chat back one day. Not like there's anybody in there, but whatever. It's the ritual, man. All right. Still not 35%. Oh, sorry. Unreal Engine 2 is what I was working on. The last time I did anything like this. Unreal Championship. Oh my god, didn't even play that. Buddy play. Hey, I didn't know that. These dudes have been around a while, and it's great. I remember Onslaught. It was like, wow, cars and shit. Part of the thing I was working on before was like was their car system. Only it was like a rocket. And then they went and made Rocket League, so I guess that means a thing. Oh, we're past 5%. I always bet like stuck at replication, but now I know it better. It's been like 11 years, so kind of like concepts, and they've made it really much easier this time around. So it's very hard to screw up, despite what the internet would have you know. Say, like now. Oh, it's not open yet, but when this gets open, I'll show you. Essentially, if you put that U property on there, unless you say don't replicate, it replicates. So it's kind of like how you screw that up, right? What people usually screw up is like where does it replicate, what gets to change it, etc. But we're gonna handle that. You're gonna watch that part with me. It's going to happen. It's going to be great. Once this loads. There we go. See, look. Would you like to reopen it? No. I mean, yes. I don't want you to do it. I'm suspicious. Once we want. All right. Enough shuffling the copy cards. Hey, look, it's exactly how we left it. Okay, if I push the button, it's going to crash again. What do you think? Well, that opens up immediately. Oh, it does crash again. That's interesting. Let's see what's going on now. Maybe this is my fault. Interesting. Which is weird because I had this all up and running with everything in there before, right? Maybe it's because I started doing like stuff in there. So that one really didn't like it. Now I have to like it crashed. I guess Wayland is what is crashing. Let's get that back on here and see if maybe it's our fault. Hopefully it won't crash the whole thing again if I go and see if it's my fault or not. I don't think it is because we got our. So the little message there was saying that it was a seg fault in character. Seg fault in the character. Right? Why don't we take out all our stuff? Or at least disconnect it so it can run. I think that works, doesn't it? I don't know. Let's break this for a second. Break this link. Let's start a little bit like smaller than before. We'll just add something and see if it breaks that. That's completely a thing to try out, huh? So we've got our this, we've got an application. Alright, I'm just thinking. This can't be null, right? Right? Right. You know what? Let's close this and make it. Let's make sure. All right, we're gonna make sure. I'm gonna reopen because I want to get the syntax correct for this. Who is this guy? Is that the guy I opened before? I had like a really simple one. That's right. We did it. Generated body. Good. We did that. Good. Where's our initializer? How do I do initializer? Okay, it's just that. All right. Initializer. We'll initialize this. So we're going to go evidence And I know what you're thinking, isn't that called a constructor? I'd argue yes, but also no, because this isn't a struct. I'm going to show you something wacky. So you see here, there's like functions. If you try and say up here, blueprint something, the entire thing breaks. You're not allowed, because this is supposed to be simple data. And like C++ level, it's like, no, too bad. Let's see, let's go. Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? Is it self? No, you just do it. Kind. We're going to set this to, I believe it's I'm going to just double check that for a second. F gameplay tag empty. Because what I'm thinking is maybe I can't have that null. No, that's just empty tag. All right. And I already import that? No? Let's find out what happens if I put it in here. I think it's part of the core engine. So even though it has like, oh, it's in this file, you don't actually need to put a file. Fact equals empty tag, and then map location equals empty tag. It's complaining about it. That's fine. All right, we'll go. We'll add this in. So it's very possible that this simply can't be null. I think string can be null. Why can't it be null? Or an empty string at least. And the constructor does not need anything at the end, right? Alright. Is it complaining about it? Yes. Should it expect a semicolon? Interesting. Interesting. I don't see a semicolon on this guy. That's for UE4. Let's see. Alright. Struct constructor. That looks like no. Default constructor. Oh, I want all of them. Alright, I can do that. there an empty string? Who knows? Let's see if I let's see what they got. Empty f string. If I just ask for f string. I'm going to do this. I think it's the most sane thing to do. I can look for I can look for that later when I'm like writing stuff. And eventually, maybe I'll find a way where I can reference player in a simple, I'm going to say a simple, I don't want to have a reference in here is what I'm going to say. That's too much shit for me. Okay, let's see how this compiles. While this compiles, I am going to go away again because I have a lot of tea in me. Yeah, I got back in time to hear that failing bleep. What doesn't it like? It doesn't like empty tag. Alright, I guess empty tag does not exist. And does not exist in the thing that says it exists in, which is gameplay tag container.h. Let's see if anybody else has a problem with empty tag. Oh yeah, I know that part. module gameplay tags include gameplay tag container.h syntax static const f gameplay tag. I'm gonna say, I guess that's bullshit. Sometimes it's bullshit, to be honest. Why don't we do this? Let's go back to how we had it before. We'll recompile, but we'll make sure to fill in all those things. So you can't make the argument that something's null, right? And if that works, then we know something's null. While that's compiling, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to search for and I'm going to put this game C++ there. No. No. I'm just clicking on that top 6. Oh. Good jingle. Good jingle. All right. Good jingle. Let's test that the problem is a null gameplay tag before I get too hard into is it a null gameplay tag. So we're gonna just pick there we go. All right, are you ready for this to crash? I am, because I did it twice already, 3 times already. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yep. All right. Before we do this, let's just close it. And then what we'll do, let's just try to think. Let's just reopen it immediately with maybe I'll close my phone up. Probably not. Not liking Unreal Engine crashing the whole computer every time it fucks up. That's just kind of rude. But I'm probably going to do it at least once more. No help. 8. Oh, that's like from 2005. 2021 is almost like. Ooh, ooh. Oh, never mind. It's just like having problems with like. 2019. These guys keep like, I don't know. I don't have the Unreal Engine. That's an interesting comment that I never seen anybody ever mention. Let's try that. Unreal Engine. Use struct. Initialize. I'll see people. I'm sure they'll just say use your constructor, but back in 2004. You see how like it might still be valid though. That's the thing. No one else is doing this, right? They must be doing it. This isn't like rocket science. Oh, all right. I can do that, but that puts us in the weird position of. That's right. Remember the guy we swore off? He had an example of I don't know why he puts an creating tags. I wish I could just like use like that empty and have that work. I think we should do number 2. Have it empty and have that work. All right, let's go. Go away. Let's create a default values as per not this dude, but I think it's this one. Yeah, this is from like 2022. All right, let's make sure. So it's saying I should be able to do initializers. It doesn't know what an initializer is. Watch it work now. Ass. Or maybe it's still like determining if I need an update. Who knows? Alright, let's do it this way because we kind of know this. And we're going to say that this is by default string. And that's what I'm going to put in because I can't be asked to put anything else in there. And then following his other advice, I should be able to do evidence open bracket, close bracket equals default. And that well, it's not complaining about those empty tags. Maybe it's like the problem is that Unreal Engine's compiler has all this wacky stuff. You can do like this U property. That's not part. That's like a macro, or like generated body. It's a macro. It's part of the compiler because it does wacky things in there. But that's okay. We know. I'll be back when the little thing comes up. Oh, now it doesn't know what it is. Thanks. Let's do a little bit of that while we're waiting. What was complaining about empty tag identifier is undefined. This, from the title, you're like, yeah, this is the worst thing to click on. It's gonna be about those tags I have to check. Alright, so it is part of the base system. I shouldn't be able to do something. Why don't we, and last time I tried to edit, oh, what's the, there's a thing, I should be able to see, no, I'm in 5.5, alright, include this, yeah, let's do it. Still won't find it though, but. Declare. Let's use their word. Undeclared identifier. Oh, wait. Where is it? Interesting. No. Undeclared identifier empty tag. Undeclared identifier empty tag. If I need to go hardcore, I might end up in a, like, oh Jesus. Right, here we go. We're doing it. We're going the hardcore route. I can find my Unreal. There we go. That's right. I'm hitting Discords. Curses. Ooh. That's right. I'm gonna go copy some code. I pushed Control C instead of Control V. if that helps any. I don't know if it will. I don't know why I would have to do it that way, but you know what? Am I complaining? No. I'm just going to try it. Clear this out so it happens. Can't believe I had to go to Discord. That worked. All right, will it crash though? Will it crash though? Are you all ready to be? Okay, wait. Before I really get, let's be a little bit. Let's just not go nuts. Just me. Standalone here. No replication. Push the button. Takes a while. Oh, no crash. Okay, and we said V would do a thing when we don't have anything happening when it does a thing. Okay. Oh no. There, that's great. Can I get it to print the index? Prove to me that you've added something. I can? Okay. Can I get you to, for each string and kind, what was the other one? Fact. Can I X that out? Well, it gives me a piece of shit. The array is this guy here. And we're going to break evidence kind get tag name. What? Let's go into here. We'll do this one, the other one, and see if that's any better. I could have way too information or crash the thing. Who knows? We'll find out in a minute. We're going to do this, and we're going to. Whoa! No. I just want to do this. Whoop. Print string. I'm going to add a pin, which is that and that. I'm going to pop this in here. And then this will be this. And we'll make it our brown. Remember we made it brown originally? Let's make it brown again, which is orange but dark. There we go. We want to there's a bunch of stuff in there we want to read. So let's have it save for 5 seconds. Compile, save, go. Doesn't break. Hey! Alright, so now that we've done that, the question is it the replication that's broken? So let's just start with listen server. Can we have 2 players? No. Is that the thing that breaks it? Yes, it is. That sucks. Automagic my ass. So I'm gonna let that sit. So right now, if I try and replicate, it breaks. But all this stuff is supposed to be like, oh yeah, whatever, it works. So something in here is not true. Because this all works until you try and replicate it, which is a problem. I don't think that shouldn't. No, I'm just gonna leave that there. Rewrite. Yeah. So when we have that second one, it's when we start replicating, that explodes and doesn't work anymore. I think I'll do one quick search to see if, or 2, if we have to go to Discord. Let's say Unreal Engine use struct replication crash. Copy this. Alright, here we go. Hey, do I need to do this? I don't think I need to do this. Because it's not an actor. But do I need to do that in our game state? No, I don't think so. Do we? Let's see. So during my research, I was saying Unreal Engine replicate use struct T array. Unresolved as of 2016. Hey, guess who's having this problem? See? Google's good. That's kind of awful. Is there one from like this decade? Custom date range from January 2020. I think that's reasonable. To now, apply. Last 5 years. Alright, let's see. Hey! A video, that's good. Replicating structural properties, that's good. But we already didn't want to do that. Replicate array in after component. I'm twinging from my research. I think this guy is somebody I have watched before. Let's see. Let's not skip so far ahead. Let's see. He's got better, like, I haven't decided if his thing moving around. He's got a thing. He's got a thing. On replicated in array. All right, let's pause that and let's say we'll save that for another time. I'll do some research on that, but it does seem to be replicating is a problem. But otherwise, we do have a struct, we have as an array. That's the thing that's breaking. But if we do it standalone, we should be able to do it fine. Once I get the replication working, that will fix this crash. Let me just grab our text. Open my text. So what we've got here, what we've done, we've kind of done this. So let's remove ASC after the player's date. So we managed to add a use struct for evidence data. We added an array of evidence to the player state. And we can access both in blueprints. What we need to do, and I want to do this off stream, is figure out replication of the T array, which that seems to be the problem, the actual T array. Because once we turn off like multiplayer, it works, it doesn't crash. And then that gets us to create a list of clues from character and choose them randomly. replication. That's far along. Get a list of clues and choose them randomly. Before we do that, I'm going to add one here, which is store. Store player character clues on the player state that can be dropped. Choose one randomly. I'm just going to add a wacky one, which is possibly dropped only once. So like you start the game with like a piece of something visible, like a piece of jewelry or a scarf or something, and that gets dropped at the location, which would be amazing. But that's for a long time later. Right now, figure out replication of T array, and then next time we want to update. Wait, let's just create a new one. We'll create a new clue actor that sends evidence. Evidence to players and instead of gameplay text. That's the goal next time. Once we figure out the replication. Essentially, I think this is more important. If I haven't figured this out by next time we're working on this, because if you can't replicate, it's the point. It's a multiplayer game. But I think that's a good place to stop, because we've got a plan for next time. I am going to stop the stream, then push the force quit button, because I suspect it's going to crash my Windows again. So I will see you again next time.